Okay, so following the current trend, apparently, of very famous franchises like Diablo, Command and Conquer being pushed onto the mobile market with supposedly quote unquote sequels. Now, Alien Isolation is getting a sequel on mobile, which is just just fantastic. Who couldn't see this coming? The following information is coming from GameinFormer. GameinFormer, they're useful for something. Um, Published by JV Joutiny on January 7th at 12:08 p.m. This guy's on a roll. He's on a roll. The first paragraph is just him saying his love for the franchise. Honestly, I love the franchise. I love Aliens. I love the movies. Not the most recent movies, but Alien Isolation. Stupid Facebook gaming advert. Alien Isolation is probably my favorite horror games of recent memory, and it's just a shame. It's a shame, honestly. I am disappointed in this news. Isolation is special because you aren't gunning down tons of creepy bug-like monsters as they surge across the ceiling. That is so true. You don't really have a gun in Alien Isolation. You have a flamethrower, but that only does so much. It takes away what other Alien games gave you, like either a gun or of some sort of weapon to defend yourselves. The only thing that you can do to defend yourself in Alien Isolation is stun some human characters and maybe bots, but Alien Isolation was has still had that horror element with the aliens, with the xenomorphs. But but anyway, let's read this article. As Amanda Ripley, daughter of series protagonist Ellen Ripley, you're just a mechanic, hiding in vents, using your wits and whatever doodads you can create with the space station trash on hand to avoid a singular, unstoppable force of death. Isolation is terrifying and remains the only video game experience authentic to the heart-pounding dread of Alien. The game was definitely a love letter to the franchise. It definitely was. Today, Fox announced some news that fans of the game, which sold poorly on release, has more or less settled into the honorably damned status of being a cult classic, have wanted to hear for a while. We are getting a sequel. However, the catch is a pretty big one. Sega and Creative Assembly do not appear to be involved, and Alien Blackout is a mobile game. Yikes indeed. Who is the developer of it? Who is it? I bet you 100% that is going to be that is not going to be free to play. You're probably gonna have to pay $5 or $10 up front, and then if you want to play the game longer or do you want to upgrade anything or whatnot, you're probably gonna have to shell out a lot of money. Probably. That does not mean that Blackout is doomed to be a bad game on its own merits. The interesting Five Nights at Freddy's structure, which has you controlling a damaged space station, devices, and crew to avoid the alien. Are we seriously doing this? Is this really a thing? You can't be serious. Isolation isn't a perfect game by any stretch of the imagination. Fellow editor Jeff, oh boy, March Vinoff, I butchered that name. I apologize. Hit the nail on the head when he wrote that the 25-hour campaign feels too long in his review. Not to mention the frustrating map system and dull story. And stiff animation, I have to say. Stiff animations. Titles like Titanfall 2, Silent Hill 2, and Mass Effect 2 sanded down the rough edges of their predecessors to emerge as some of the best games in their respective generations. I imagine a load of other folks who have come to appreciate the game in spite of its flaws hoped that it be the case for Isolation. Instead, it seems like we've been given a brand cash-in sequel that will likely fail to capture the elements that made the first game so special. Well, ain't that the truth? Isn't that the truth? A mobile game is not comparable to a full PC experience or even a console experience, especially not a console. It is not. The map is small. It probably is going to be small. The AI is... I'm making assumptions here, yes, sure. But I've been all over the mobile market. Trust me, I've played a whole bunch of games in the mobile market. And I can tell you, each and every single time, especially with, what was it? It wasn't Wizards Unite. I don't think that came out yet. But it was a Harry Potter game that came out. And it was supposed to be pre-Harry Potter storyline. You go to Hogwarts and you learn spells and whatnot. It's all fine and dandy. And the graphics look great. It was cartoonish, sure, but it looked great. However, it literally stopped your progress from going because you have to wait just to fill up a type of meter. I don't believe that this... I don't want to believe that this is a thing. I don't. Especially not for the Alien franchise, but apparently it is. Dude, I know what the argument is going to be. Dude, the game didn't come out yet. Dude, we only have screenshots, not actual gameplay. But if you cannot see the worries of the fan base, or my worries at least, and you read this article, then I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. Maybe go play Fantastic Beasts Case Files or whatever the game is called, and play that for a while, and then you'll see what I'm getting at. It's probably going to have 3 different types of currencies. One currency is just to buy another currency. Another currency is just the waiting game, pretty much. Thank you, Javi. Thank you. Thank you so much for writing this. Thank you. This is Javon Studios signing out. Have a good one.